Boss Guys Reviews. In this review, we take a look at Warhammer 40k, Salamanders Eradicator Brother Tikren. This is 1/18 scale action figure, and he looks pretty awesome. So here's the packaging. For all you package collectors, these are 1/18 scale figures and recommended for adult collectors at least 15 years and older. And these are officially licensed action figures. And here's the back of the box. We have some product images, a very large one with all the accessories in front of him, and a product statement. Very cool. Alright, here's the top of the box. Here's the bottom of the box. Side of the box. Other side of the box. And here he is in a clamshell. Here he is outside the box. Looks pretty awesome. He's a big boy. Love this helmet. This is the heavier Space Marine helmet. Love it. It looks very menacing. Nice layers here. Here on the side we have a cylinder. A silver there. You have the yellow eyes. I like the sculpting. It's really hard to turn this head. It's on a ball joint. It does rotate 360, but it sits in this kind of cavity here. Very cool looking sculpted there. And definitely probably has a paint on the back. Oh, it does. It's very difficult, but we got it. Look at that. It's kind of like a transformer. If you haven't had somebody who ever transformed a transformer, and then you had like to hide the head behind something, kind of like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, all joking aside, here we have the skull wings on the chest in gold. That's great. Black fins, pauldrons, or heavier pauldrons with the painted on insignia or waterside decals. This is a waterside decal here. No layers or nothing, so. The arms are on a ball joint. They do rotate 360 all the way around. Pauldrons move freely side to side, up and down. Arms can go up about that much. For the waist, it goes back and forth. A little side to side. And there's a rotation there, but everything's stuck because of all the stuff on there. Bicep swivel 360. Double jointed elbows. Hands go up and down, in and out, and all the way around on both hands. This side he has an open gauntlet with some buttons, a couple silver bars, a red button, and another silver button. Over here we have the closed panel appearance. Pretty cool. Lower level, legs, not too much on the splits. Kind of like that much. Sitting, not too much, and that's because of these PVC, kind of soft tubing from the back of the leg to the calf muscle. Around his waist he has additional accessories. We do have a larger black pouch here to reach the sand. A case here with a pistol grip, but it's all sculpted and it's for aesthetic purposes. These are removable. This on the peg, there's an extra hole there for something. We have his, is that a scroll or is that bones? Doesn't look like bone, looks like paper in his box. We have a nice sleeve with the black and gold trim. See how this pegs off? I just pulled that off of there. Nice black handle and beautiful silver blood letter blade. Little notch right there. Very cool. And both sides are detailed on the sleeve. They don't usually cheap too much out on, I've ever seen on the Joytoy accessories. That's what's one of the things I love about Joytoy, is because you get one of a kind accessories. They give the attention to the accessories as they do the figures when they do it. And they have been doing it for the Warhammer figures since they started, I believe. And then hopefully it's only going to keep getting better. Our green power armor, the lower legs, still silver black there. The feet. He has a thigh swivel, which is kind of hindered a little bit. Double jointed knees, but it's very hindered because of the hoses, obviously. Feet pivot down and up, side to side, and then he has a toe. Oh, well, yeah, there it is. That was stuck. It's kind of unnatural. But you have the articulation there. But what isn't unnatural about Warhammer? And it's massive, massive lore of characters and story. Very cool. Awesome. There you go. Let's take a look at his firepower. One thing about the Eradicators, they have a pretty incredible looking equipment. But it's kind of, you kind of get pigeonholed into an assembly. This is beautiful just to look at. It's gonna be a pain in the ass because you can't really remove anything. So here's the souped up power pack with the gunmetal vents. Do we have the silver coin kind of shaped dots? We have some kind of fuel ammunition here with a pipe that looks pretty realistic. Goes all the way around. And one of those, here's some bones in this box. So that looks like bones and that looks like paper. So, okay. I guess we figured that one out, right, guys? Then we have the connector here. We have these nice connectors. They kind of look realistic from some stuff I've experienced. Individual black hoses. It's pretty flexible. We have some connectors to keep the wires from going haywire on us. It gets us down to the other connectors of the gun. And you match, which is great. Very hard plastic tube. This is plastic. We have the business end with the copperish, goldish color with the burnt business end of this thing, which is drilled. I'm telling you what, if you could get some really cool flame effects or blast effects that could fit in here to where the gases are escaping, that would be amazing. And then obviously something coming out in front of it. I think Joytoy are missing the mark on these, because we could do some pretty amazing blast effects, but I'm not sure if the copyright that they currently have would allow that. Probably have to get approval. But if you're listening to Joytoy, something to look into from a collector's point of perspective. Got a metal body, black. Got a nice handle right here. Then we have the skull wings there, and we have a grip that raises up and back all the way there and down on his rail system there. Very cool. Now, one thing is about this, is quite challenging to get these in their hands. So I try to usually to get the guns in his hand first. Since it's kind of flexible, we might be able to do this. See what we can do here. So you can watch me, for example, how kind of, I mean, it's not that hard, but the irritation comes from the hoses, and because it's connected, and getting the, it's a large weapon. So I usually go over the top on this piece and get him to flow down through there. And so since we have the gun in his hand, at least at that point, we have that established, and we can try to manipulate the hoses to where we want to give us the least resistance. And then this goes on his back. I do like how that power pack just like engulfs that piece on the back, so you don't even see that anymore. It just kind of fits, it's kind of cut right into the armor. Before we mess with him any further, because we don't know what's going to happen because of that resistance, take a look at him there, all geared up, just on your shelf. He looks pretty badass there. A lot going on, a lot to see. I love the black backpacks of the Salamanders. I think they look amazing. Very, very cool. Now, one of the hardest things is to get him to raise this up and keep it there. Like, you want to have this up like this. It's very challenging because there's nothing supporting it under here, so it just wants to droop because you're holding the handle. I think technically the figure wants to push down on a weapon versus it takes some very unique and patience to get him to hold this thing in a position to where it looks like, you know, he's firing this weapon or about to eradicate some of the Emperor's enemies, and it kind of looks like he's holding it really, really high. So like that's how I usually try to get it in that kind of sequence of, you know, him holding it, and that way you can try to adjust where you need to from the front to back, so you don't keep knocking it out of his hand. Backpack keeps falling off, or the hand drops. You notice that the hand's turned a little bit right here. So, you know, we're going to go with that for right now. That's pretty cool. Obviously, we want that to be just, in my opinion, a little higher like that. But you're fighting the elbow, I think. And here it is, because you're hitting getting close to that you know, point to where you can't go any further. So, but that's pretty good. All right, there he is. Well, I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you liked the little tutorial of like trying to get that gun in his hand, because there's 3 of these bad boys. They're awesome. I recommend them. Oh, you know what? Before we go, I forgot. We should take a look at the alternate head sculpt. Here's his alternate head sculpt. This is cool. I like the skin tone on these guys. We have the nice, this looks amazing. The green, the red, and the black and silver. Looks amazing. Very cool. Detailed all the way around. He has some black hair, just combed back. Looks awesome. And he got some mounted hands. I almost forgot about this stuff. Got so excited with the weapon. Here is his fist hand, kind of like I said before, kind of like Hulk hands because they're green. That's what they make me think of. You get a total of 5 additional hands. Get this opening hand. You probably use this like a cradle hand. But yeah, you probably try that, see if that works, and maybe not hold on to that handle as much. Trigger finger hand and a gripping hand. So we got 5 hands, alternate head, and a big weapon. I think I'm definitely going to be sporting this head sculpt for this guy because I think it's going to look fantastic in there. I'm not sure how hard that is going to get out because, yeah, I'm going to have to find something to grab a hold of that without. Hey, that worked. Devastation here on Black Skies Reviews. Eradication. Huh. The ball peg stayed in there. Now, yeah, I'm not getting that out with my fingers. Let's see if I can find something. Okay, what I recommend you guys getting and being very careful with is something like this. You want these round type of plowers here, because there's no teeth or nothing that's going to embed into your plastic. So, gonna get in there, get under the ball, try to grab it, and it's hard to see through the camera. See how it just keeps wanting to go backwards on me. Kind of using my finger as I grip or place to pivot down. I don't think I can do this through the camera, but that pig's really in there. Alright, I'll probably do this behind the camera because I can't really see. Alright, well, I got it out of there. It looks like there was a bit of paint on it. I think it was what was holding it in there. That's pretty insane. Now I can see what that actually looks like inside there. And then we're going to try to put this head in. I don't think I'm ever taking that back out. Yeah, that's going to be a challenge. Oh boy. Alright, I might have to go heat that up. Alright, there he is. That was insane. That was intense. That's very difficult to do. So there you go. That's what it looks like. And that looks amazing. Just go back and forth, side to side, and you can rotate it in there. Alright, well, that was an adventure. Okay, now, thanks for watching. We'll see you in our next review. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Until the next one.